Hey everybody, and welcome back to Help Will Come Tomorrow. I'm actually going to start a brand new game because if you saw the last episode, there was no way we're going to get out of that alive. And the developers have put in a patch that should make it a little more understandable or a little more clear, but I'm still going to start a new game. And for now, let's start on Passenger. It's the least demanding experience. Let's at least do that and get some, you know, some understanding of the game mechanics, maybe, on Passenger. Or, you know what? I've decided. No, that's maybe too easy. Let's go back to Survivor. Maybe we can understand as we go. Let's not take the cop out to easy mode just yet. Let's go Survivor difficulty. Are you sure you want to start a new game? All saved statuses from your current game will be overwritten. Yes, we want to do that. And I want to quickly go past this. Can I please not? Because you're going to blow out my listeners' eardrums. Okay, we got brand new characters now. Because there's randomized characters from the start. I think there's 9 characters you can possibly start with. And we have none of the two. We still have Dimitri and Sir Edward Grey, but we have 2 new guys, so we have no females in this this time today, this playthrough. So we've barely escaped death. Can you hear the shots? They're killing all their survivors. Yeah, can we just skip this, please? Yeah, yep. You want to use the manual describing the mechanics? No, I do not want to use the tutorial. So we still have Sir Edward Grey. We do not know his status. You know, his traits. I think the traits probably stay the same. That those traits aren't like brave and superstitious, etc. I think those are probably inherent to the characters. But we have Dimitri and we have Sir Edward Grey. We also got Vadim Bielov. Okay, hello Vadim. We do not know his traits. This bearded man has not stopped talking since you escaped the crash site. He doesn't look like a scholar, rather a radicalized person. So he's a revolutionary. We got a neutral. We got an aristocrat and a revolutionary. And we also have Grigory Dmitrievich. Okay, Dmitrievich. Grigory. He's also a neutral. By the smell and appearance of this gentleman, you think that the shortage of moonshine can worry him more than the disaster and the frost. So he might have like an alcoholic trait where he needs to keep drinking. Drunk. This character does not change their morale and has a small chance of failure of the actions they undertake. So he instantly starts with drunk. Let's see. So we know Dimitri has a twisted ankle. So it's important for us to get that quarantine point up and running and not send him out on missions. We have this Vadim here, who is hungry, starts out hungry. We don't have any food for you, Vadim. I'm sorry. I mean, I can give you some vodka. And then we have Sir Grey, who starts very low stats here because he's tired, he's hungry, he's you know, he's cold. And then we have Mr. Drunk Grigory, who is tired and drunk. Okay, so first of all, as we should do, let's break out the campfire. So I'm gonna just use Sir Edward Grey's. Well, no, we know a thing about him, right? If this is correct, he doesn't like doing things the first. He doesn't like being the first person to do something. So instead, let's use Vadim here. Unsnow it, please. We got 3 rocks, 8 sticks, 5 needles, 2 bugs. Alright, and now we can build a campfire. That's definitely important. Pick an item, of course, yes. Let's use the sticks. Let's use the rocks. And we need to choose who to build. Let's pick, well, let's not pick Drunk Man because he has a potential to fail. So let's choose Let's choose Mr. Gray here. And they don't like each other. Okay, that's fine. But let's build the campfire, please. All right. It would also be important for us to build a water filter. Maybe. But let's check some things. Do we want? I mean, should we build a water filter first off? We don't have the sticks for it though, just yet. We have one water, and we have one guy that's thirsty, so we can give the water to Sir Gray here. We started out with cigarettes. I don't think we started out with cigarettes last time. And Sir Wadim here is hungry, so I'm gonna feed him a couple bugs. That gets him down. Yeah, let's give him the second bug too. There you go. And shelter. Shelter is always important. Quarantine point is, well, we should, we also need to actually build the fire, but we don't have the sticks for that just yet. So let's uncover the shelter spot. And we'll use... You know what? If someone's going to fail, if he's going to fail, I want him to at least fail the unsnowing, because we can always redo that. 4 sticks, or 4 rocks, 2 cones, 5 needles. Not sticks, unfortunately. So we can't build the simple lining. We don't have the material for that, so we actually can't build a bed at this point. And we don't have the needles to build the bed at this point either, so... Let's add a few cones to the fire. I'll keep the needles because those are kind of important. And the rag is important too. So let's add... So one thing they added here was camp visibility is pretty high. So maybe I shouldn't add it any higher than that. I don't want to be found the first time. But they added supposedly the change that when you increase the fire level, it will give you some indication of whether they're shivering or not, because they're still shivering. Because in the previous, in the 1.0 release, you didn't know, you just had to guess if whether your fire was high enough to counteract their coldness. It wasn't resolved. The coldness wasn't resolved until you ended the day. But now apparently they've added some ability for you to tell if they're still cold or not. So it does look like Sir Gray here is still cold. I'm going to give him a shot of the vodka then. Weak drinker. This character is not a drinking partner. They have a higher chance of getting drunk status. Okay, but that's okay because we weren't going to use him anymore. Goddamn animals, they're shooting the survivors. We weren't going to use him because he was already at 0 points. So it's okay if he's drunk. Now, we should just uncover all the snow as much as we can. Because we're not going out today. Okay, so yeah, so here's what they added. So frost change. So they're going to get cold. Dimitri's going to get cold. Sir Edward Gray's going to get cold. Grigory's going to get cold. Wadim, apparently Wadim does not care. So we can't really increase the fire because of camp visibility. I would hesitate to do that. But let's go ahead and really get everything uncovered. You know what? Actually, cancel that. I do not want to use your points. I want to use you as much as possible, because if I do end up building something, I want 2 people to have at least 1 point. 3 roots. A clay is always important. All right. Let's go ahead and keep uncovering. Keep wanting to put him drag him here, but instead. 13 needles, that's good. 1 clay, awesome. Short attention span. When this character performs the same action the second or third time in a given day, they reduce their morale. So he doesn't like doing things more than once. Alright, understandable. And then, Grigory. Grigory, can you please unsnow this area? Everyone's getting a little tired. That's okay. 3 bark, 2 stones, 1 pine cone. Alright, so that's not enough to build the shelter. We don't have the material for it. We do have the needles, though. It's kind of important for us to build this quarantine point, but again, we don't have the materials for it. We don't have anything. The workshop. I mean, we could make a makeshift one, perhaps, but it might be more important to unlock the action fabric alteration. So we maybe, the last game, if we had this, maybe we could have ripped our canvas into smaller pieces. We don't have the string for that. We could build a makeshift one, but do we want to do that? Unlocks knife, hammer, shovel, torch, rag, string, and rope. Build the palisade, but that's going to take a lot that we don't have. I'm willing to let's gamble on another fuel. Let's add another cone to the fire. We're up to 10 now. I don't like doing the same things all the time. I understand that. Total visibility 45. Let's gamble that they're not going to end our game right off the bat. That the renegades won't find us immediately on the first turn. Okay. So, still, we're gonna have a couple cold people. Dang. Okay, let's add 1 more cone. Man, it's still bad, huh? Alright, 1 moment. Alright, let's gamble on another cone. Let's just gamble on another cone. 1 more cone. Camp visibility is still the same. Still gonna be some cold people. That's unfortunate. We could make a makeshift bed. Each character, the lining makes it possible to rest and reduce the character fatigue of each character. Additionally, each character in the camp regenerates the fatigue for each unused action point. Not really what I want. I'm not talking about action points right now. I want to protect them from the cold. I mean, we do have a couple fatigued people. So I probably should have built it and then kept him. Yeah, maybe that's the best. Because we actually can't even build this wood, or this palisade. Yeah, we just... Well, we kind of have enough. Reduces damage to the camp structures causing bad weather. In addition, provides everyone in the camp with additional wind protection. But do I want to spend all my needles? I don't think I want to spend all my needles. And I also don't think I want to make a makeshift bed when I'm just... Can probably... If I'm lucky, I'll be able to make a good bed. Do I want to? I don't know. I'm going to risk it. But should I risk it? No, I'm going to change my mind. I'm not going to risk it. He won't like it though. If we build a haphazard thing, he's going to lose. He's going to lose morale. I could make a makeshift workbench. It's probably better to build a... I don't know. I'm gonna do what I said I wasn't gonna do, and I'm gonna make the makeshift bed. Camp morale went down. This character has a chance to regain some of the ingredients from construction and development recipes. We saw that he regained like one needle. They don't like each other because he's an aristocrat and he's a revolutionary, but we do have the shelter now. Fatigue reduction, protection against cold. Still not gonna protect us against the cold. Alright, well, we're out of points. We could put a bark in the fire, but let's not. Let's just end the day. A couple of people are gonna get cold, that's fine. Let's introduce, let's talk about some people before we get down to talking about things that'll give us missions. Let's seek a better shelter. Wadim's introduction. Okay, Wadim. Comrades in misery. Fate has put us under a difficult test. I appeal. Let us rise above divisions. This character rejects capitalism and promotes the ideas of social justice. In the face of danger, everyone, a frivolous aristocrat, a greedy bourgeois, or a dumb peasant, must unite and cooperate. What was that was that frivolous about me? So they don't like each other a little bit. Today we say no to division, no matter if you vomited oysters yesterday or cleaned up the vomit. That's too much. Woe to us if, at this critical moment, we give in to prejudices or expect special treatment. I mean, I think I agree. This is a special moment here. I say this especially to you, Dmitry Sokolov. I will keep an eye on you. Let's seek a better shelter. Well, no, that might give us a mission, so let's not. Let's just talk about... Let's talk about Grigory. Listen, alcohol has improved my mood a bit, so I'll share a story with you, so to speak, on the subject, and it's straight from our train. But nothing about the disaster, I insist. Nothing. Well, a crippled man was with us, a veteran, well-dressed. His left leg was wooden. Or the right one? Anyway, imagine that from time to time, when he thought that nobody could see him, he was taking his leg off and pouring brandy from it. He drank, corked it, and put the stump on again. So his wooden leg was really a flask? This is an absurd. I'm telling you the truth. After all, we have a prohibition. It's difficult to buy good alcohol legally. And this old comrade found a way to turn weakness to his favor and hid brandy where no one will look. But that's not all. Well, at one point the man drank a little too much and confused stations. A bit after Omsk, he suddenly jumped up, having put on a prosthesis before, of course, and limped out of the car. We left with his luggage. So he didn't grab his luggage. Got it. Well, I hope that the train staff found out about it and somehow sorted it out. I say it's not the end of the story. Well, exactly at the end, at the next station, and it was Nonikolayevsk. Yeah, Nonikolayevsk. I'm sure I pronounced that way wrong. The same man got on the train as if nothing had happened. He said he had confused the stations and would still travel a bit. Impossible. The same man got back on our train at the next station? Is he smuggling Liquor in his leg? Is that what's happening? It's hard to confuse someone so characteristic with someone else. In that case, I know the solution to this riddle. He wasn't drunk then, but you were. Okay, whatever. So he never left the train? Is that what you're saying? You were so drunk you thought he left the train? Everyone gets a little bit of trust of each other. Little dislike there I saw. Camp morale goes down a bit. Unfriendly. This character is not liked. The relationship of other characters towards them constantly decreases. We do not like Wadim. Okay, we have a bit of a hunger situation here. Starving, big hunger, a couple people are cold. I need water. Well, you know what? That's a good point. We should have built a water thing. Should build a water filter with the one rag we have and some of our needles. I'd prefer to use wood, like sticks. But here you go, we'll use the needles. I will use... No one that's drunk, so no one can fail this task. I will use you. I'm not sure if it's the right thing to do or not, but let's go back. Let's re-add things. Well, you know what? I won't. I'll use Wadim. I'll use Grigory. They're not fond of each other. That's fine. Oh, we do have a cook. I was going to say we don't have Maria, so we don't have a cook, but we know that Grigory is a cook. Okay. That's good to know. We can build a pot, but we don't have anything to cook in our... Well, we might get some things to cook in our pot soon. Let's go back. Sorry, I should have not done that. Let's filter some water. And who will we use to filter water? Maybe Wadim. Oh, Wadim, can you filter some water for me, buddy? You made 3 water. Not quite enough, honestly. Wadim, can you make me another set of water, buddy? There you go. Thank you very much. And now let's portion out the water. Everybody needs water left? Yeah, okay. Everyone's good on water now. Alright, let's go out on our first expedition. Let me take a moment, sorry, to check why my phone was buzzing. Let's go ahead and set out an expedition. And we know we need some cloth. And we found some cloth in this bottom area, maybe here around the trains. So let's go ahead and get an expedition going with Grigory, because I don't want to send what's his face? Dimitri. I don't want to send Dimitri because his bad leg. So let's send Gray, or Sir Edward Gray, and Grigory here. Danger level average. Insignificant. I think we need to risk the averageness. What did we come across? Mysterious footprints. Oh yeah, this is the weird footprints with 1 shoe and 2 hooves. But we didn't gain anything from that. We didn't find a... In the shade of spruce, on the banks of a forest stream flowing down like a thick trickle on a steep slope. You see a musk deer, a small taiga deer with bizarre fangs. This is a great opportunity to bring some fresh meat to the camp. On the banks of a forest stream flowing down like a thin trickle on a steep slope. I'm not going to risk running down on a steep slope. That sounds dangerous. We don't have a weapon. You retreat without disturbing the musk deer. Maybe you'll come back here later and be better prepared. Yes. Well, danger level is risky now. Let's move on. We know there's the bad guys. What did we find? Some canvas. That's awesome. Scrap metal, cigarette, bugs, cones, needles. I'll take everything, please. Let's move up. I do know, you know, we're gambling with getting lost. I'm hoping to find some food. Some edible roots, some cones, some needles, some moss. And that's, I mean, unfortunately it's poisonous mushrooms. Loss probabilities went back down, so that's good. Let's do another search and then we'll get out of here, I think. Poisonous mushroom, berries, those are important. Needles, bark, sticks. Alright. Let's just call that a day. No, do not send expedition. Go back, please. Probably need to add some wood to the fire. Some sticks. Well, let's see. Let's see what do we need to spend on first. I mean, we need to build the quarantine point so we can fix Dimitri's leg. So let's put some needles in there. Let's put the canvas in there. We don't have enough. And we wouldn't have enough needles. So darn, we can't build that at all. The workshop maybe is important. We don't have the string. Okay, we can build a palisade, but that's going to use like all of our needles. So that's not good either. Let's add some cones to the fire. Alright, let's see about... We have to deal with the starvation issue. Let's just start handing out some bugs. Eat all the bugs. Okay, there you go. You got nausea. We'll lose morale every night. You got nauseous because you ate some bugs. You can get rid of this sickness with some drinks. That is not going to work. My stomach is rumbling because you ate too many bugs. I'm sorry, but we had to. Berries. I guess we should have given you the berries because they were worth 2 food. Sorry about that. Dimitri, here you go. And then, I'm sorry, Grigory. Gonna need you to eat some moss, buddy. There you go. Alright, so let's think about building perhaps a pot, because then we can boil up these edible roots we have. We need to pick an item. So we can't use the clay because we need the clay. So we will pick some stones. And we'll set our 2 people up together. And they don't like each other, that's fine. Whatever, build a pot, and then we can cook next episode, or maybe next episode. We can we can cook next day, is what I mean. Because we're out of... You're hallucinating. Hallucinating care has a good chance of failing any action, but in return increases their morale. Well, maybe your hallucinating and your nausea will counteract each other. Do I want to try to put some more fuel on the fire so they get... I mean, if they just stay cold... If they stay shivering... That's okay, I think. I just don't want them to be like hypothermia, so I'll try to hold off on that, maybe. But if I get rid of the shivering, they will get more points to use next turn. Maybe. But I don't have a lot of... I mean, bark is used... Well, we could eat the bark. You can eat the bark? Maybe we could, fuel or food for the desperate may cause indigestion. Maybe we should burn some bark. Because it doesn't count as wood. So we can't build with bark. Yeah, so let's throw some bark on the fire. No, excuse me. No, sorry. Oh, that jumped up the camp visibility very high. Now it's at 55%. Excuse me? No, didn't mean to click on that. I was trying to click off. That still didn't change our frost level, though. But we're out of action points, so let's go ahead and end the day. Let's talk about Dimitri. The situation is as follows. The enemy outnumbers you and is better armed and knows the area. You like that a little bit better. Warmonger. This character likes when something is going on, even if it doesn't have a positive effect. Weird. We have to secure the area, and I will determine the order of patrols and judging or changing the watch at night. Does anyone have any weapons? Captain, we are not a troop of soldiers. We will not become it even under such a respectable command. Nonsense. The situation has turned all of us into soldiers, and the warriors need a commander. You order here then, and I'm going to sleep. Bullshit. Okay, so they don't like each other very much. Let's talk more action. I will take over the first watch, and at dawn we will look for sharp stones and metal fragments that we can sharpen the perches and arrows. Grigory? Let's introduce you, Grigory. Let me introduce myself, Grigory Dmitrievich. I presume that none of you has pickled cucumbers. No, we don't have any pickled cucumbers currently on us at the moment. Are you asking seriously? Do you realize what situation we're in? A drunkard. This character likes the hard stuff. When sober, they can lose morale at night. When drunk, their morale increases. Of course I'm aware of that. We're damn far from the distillery. But what is this jabbing and... What is this jabbing me in my side? Come on, baby. Come to your uncle. Sir? What are you talking about? Everyone trusts him a little more? He found that's what was jabbing him in the side, was a bottle of vodka. Everyone gains a little bit of trust. Camp morale fell a little bit, unfortunately. Day 3. Well, we have a starvation problem, but we hopefully will be able to fix that by making some soups, and then we'll go out on another expedition perhaps. But I'm going to end the episode here, so thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope to see you again next time when hopefully we will make some better progress than we did the first time around.